Hi everybody, out in YouTube land. How are you this evening? Well, lockdown has had me going through all my old video, and I have come up with a tile cleaning video. And the reason why it's a tile cleaning video is because I did a rather messy install of tiles with the adhesive. Due to using a leveling system which I had to clip underneath the tiles. So what I'm going to do is show you this video on taking out the leveling system, the spacers, and then cleaning everything down with a solution of mortar acid or brick acid that builders use, and water. As I go through the video, I'll explain everything. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you later. Okay, so here we are. What I'm doing here rather, is I am pulling up the spacers out of between the tiles and kicking the self-leveling system, which is a wedge shape, and a hoop goes underneath the tile, and that basically allows you to keep the tile level while sitting on the adhesive. The reason I used the self-leveling system was basically because I had put in an underfloor heating system, and so that raised up the bed in a certain area in the center of the room. I put the underfloor heating system right through the walkable area of the bathroom, so it's not in where I'm standing now, basically where the bath is going to go, and it's obviously not underneath the toilet pan, because that will have screws in it. So to avoid puncturing the underfloor heating system, which is electrical, I have not put it underneath the toilet pan, not put it underneath the sink, and obviously not put it underneath the bath. Now, removing all these have obviously taken some time. I have sped it up a little bit. The mixture I am using in the bucket is pretty much going to be a mixture of 5 to 6 litres of water, and then a cup of acid, which is builder's acid or stone acid. And what that will allow me to do, because this is a porcelain tile, which is basically like glass, it pretty much eats away the adhesive, which is like a cement mortar, and that really does clean up the tile, and more importantly, it allows me to get the adhesive out of the grout lines. Now, I am using a tool to clean it. I'm using a wood drill bit. Being really careful of where the tiles meet, because if you drag the bit too hard and you bang the corner, you will most probably break the tile on the corner or chip it. You would more easily on a ceramic tile because they're a softer tile. The porcelain is much harder, so I'm happy to use a piece of metal down the groove, and then a plastic wedge to clean out the excess residue on the side of those grooves. So I run it down. The one thing I would not do, again because there's underfloor heating, is run a Stanley knife blade, because if that were to go deep enough and cut your underfloor heating, then you'd be in trouble. If you cut or nick the underfloor heating, it won't work. So it's either take up the whole floor or forget about underfloor heating. Not very nice. This view pretty much shows you how clean those tiles are coming up. I'm still using the same bucket of acidic water. I haven't changed any of that. And that is going strong. It pretty much lasts for the duration of the project, which is really good. I'm using some really heavy duty gloves in this. That's probably the most important part, is not to get any on your arms or hands. You will feel a burn if you do. I'm not sloshing it about, and I'm being really careful when I sponge it on. So it's just one of those things you need to obviously due care and attention. I would really have to put a disclaimer in that you know, it's up to you to use this solution. I am not recommending it. Now, as I scrape out the grooves, I am hoovering them because it's actually easier to clean it that way with the adhesive still dry. So scrape out the groove, hoover the groove, and then wash down. That's the best way to do it. You could also just use water on this, but it would take you a lot longer to do the wash down, and you'd probably need to wash it down 2 or 3 times. That's why I've pretty much gone with acid for this particular application. Now, as you can see, it's coming on great. I'm just cleaning around those pipes, getting the last of it off. Those are my pipes to a wall radiator. And yeah. So I hope this is useful to somebody, and catch you on the next one. So that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Got something from it. I'll put all the tools in the description below. And if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. I hope to see you in the next video, and if you would like to comment, raise a question, ask me anything, then just put it in below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for all your support, and I look forward to seeing you again. Cheers.